I'm just curious to get your thoughts on some of the software companies. We were just talking with the CEO of Atlassian, and you mentioned Jensen Huang. He actually defended some of these software companies, saying that this sell-off is kind of overblown. The disruption that investors seem to be trying to suss out isn't quite there here. Do they have a place, those kind of smaller, I don't call them second tier, but you know what I mean, those smaller companies in this AI race?
Look, I mean, I could tell you in 25 years, this structural sell-off in software is unlike anything I've ever seen. I mean, I'm just saying in terms of the structural sell-off. If you look at Salesforce.com here, you have to assume that they're not just take the street numbers. You have to assume that they're actually declining the next few years. You have to assume with some of these companies, the ServiceNow, that they're losing 2-5% of their customer base based on these valuations. The point is AI a headwind to software? Yeah, now. But to say that software doesn't have a place, I'd say almost front and center in terms of the use cases. Palantir has been a perfect example. What we're seeing, I think we'll see with Snowflake and MongoDB and others. I think right now this is, it's really unlike anything I've seen. That's why I say ServiceNow, you look at Salesforce, you look at Oracle, Microsoft.
I do want to, though, ask you specifically about Amazon and what they're spending on. And there's been some criticism that at least what they've articulated, some people are saying, okay, what are they? Are they just going to be a cloud provider in this space? Or are you seeing more of an ambition there in the same way that you've heard from some of the other names you mentioned, particularly with regards to Alphabet, Meta, and I guess to a smaller extent?
Look, Jassie's an AWS guy. I mean, the point is that they could, if you think there's more data centers under construction today than active data centers. So for their install base, they have to make sure that when customers decide to go to AI, down that path, they're doing with Amazon. Otherwise,
why not Alphabet? Why not?
And a lot of times there's hybrid environments where you have all those. You could have Google, you could have Microsoft, you could have Amazon. But the reality is, who's the biggest cloud player in the world? It's Amazon. So they're not just going to sit here on the monetization of trillions of dollars, and they're going to go after that. Now, look, were they behind the ball relative to what we saw in Redmond, relative to Google? But they're playing catch up, and that's essentially going to be the narrative on the call: is that they cannot sit here and focus on being light on CapEx to please investors, because guess what? A year and a half from now, when you see other growth names that are beating numbers, 5-10%, Amazon's not, it's because they didn't have the CapEx.
But why is the stock plunging? And same thing with Amazon. I mean, with Alphabet yesterday.
Because right now, New York City cab driver is bearish on tech. Okay, and if you look right now, this is a situation where it's a do not enter zone in terms of software. I'm hearing from investors I haven't heard from in a decade. So when my cell phone's ringing at 11:30 at night from investors, it's not a good thing. And the reality is that to me, there's panic in the air. But as I've talked about, this is not the end. It's year 3 of an 8 to 10 year build out. And it just comes back to right now, look, the bears win the day. They're not going to win the year. I continue to think tech stocks are up big this year.